63 million small and medium businesses in India, generating employment for over 110 million people, all coming together to push the wheels of the economy forward. While words like disruption have become commonplace today when discussing entrepreneurship, such innovation can't happen without its biggest growth enabler, funding. Cold hard cash, though, for small businesses has been hard to come by of late in the present economy, something that we here at Leaders of Tomorrow have been looking at closely. This year on the Leaders of Tomorrow, we've identified the two issues that matter most to you, the entrepreneur, that of funding and mentoring. Hello and welcome to Leaders of Tomorrow presents Winning Pitch, brought to you by Wadhwani Foundation, a one-of-its-kind platform where we're inviting India's best entrepreneurs to come and pitch to the biggest mentors and investors. The Winning Pitch invites entrepreneurs to send in their nominations from across the 4 zones of the country. In the first zone, the Western Zone in Mumbai, companies with a turnover of 25 lakhs to 150 crores and which have been in existence for between 1 to 10 years were invited to pitch to our jury. Mazars India, a process partner, then worked closely with NASSCOM to ensure only the 20 best presented before the jury in Mumbai.
Mazars, as a leading global accounting and consulting firm, is glad to be a part of this initiative of ET Now in the form of Leaders of Tomorrow Winning Pitch. We have done a detailed process validation and review exercise, which entailed into looking into not only the process validation criteria, but also the detailed process flow. We have ensured that the evaluation criteria is holistic, comprehensive and inclusive, right from covering the background checks of the promoters to going into the details of reviewing the business strategy for innovation and disruption, the operational execution strategy, the risk and governance management systems adopted by the entities, and reviewing at the core level, at the basic level, the key business value proposition that has been offered by the businesses.
All of this is being brought together by Wadhwani Foundation, the biggest proponent of entrepreneurship and mentoring. Wadhwani Foundation is working closely on Winning Pitch to handhold and mentor the entrepreneurs.
70% of all new jobs that get added globally are added by startup and SMEs. And this is where we need to support startup and SMEs to not only solve the India's unemployment and underemployment problem, but also the global problem. When we started to participate in the Winning Pitch, the idea was, can we get our startups, can we get SMEs en masse in the countries to create jobs? So the two primary objectives of the Winning Pitch are, first is to inspire a generation of youth through a reality kind of a show. So if the dancers can get a platform and the singers can get a platform, why can't we give our entrepreneurs the platform as well? And hence inspire a generation of youth to become entrepreneurs. The second objective is those that have already started the journey and those that have an established business model. And we are seeing some of them here that are there, and we need to recognize you. Can we support and encourage them to grow 10x, 100x, because they already have a proven business model? And if we do this country by country, city by city, especially secondary and tertiary cities, we will help solve that problem.
All right, let's dive right into all the action then and talk about our eminent jury for the evening. He's famous for his multi-bagger stock picks and is one of India's best-known investment gurus, a distinguished face on Dalal Street. Our first jury member is market veteran and founder of MK Ventures, Madhu Kela.
We look at his passion, the conviction in the idea, the clarity of thought at the concept level, and clarity on execution, because that is very important.
He's passionate about skilling and mentoring small businesses, introducing our second jury member, President and CEO of Wadhwani Foundation, Ajay Kela.
I think for me the biggest criteria will be the individual or the team. It all comes how much hunger they have to succeed, how much background and expertise they have in the area that they've been proposing their solutions to.
He's a man who's transitioned from being a scientist to an entrepreneur, his passion, grit and determination giving birth to one of the world's largest thyroid testing companies. Our third jury member is creator and MD of Thyrocare, A. Velumani.
It's not the candidate which we are judging, it's the enterprise which we are judging. Of course, for the enterprise, the candidate becomes very important. So the confidence, the kind of command he holds over what he is doing or wishes to do is very important. I think they get a very little time to talk, so they need to prioritize. They should not dwell on one thing too long.
A legend in the world of Indian e-commerce, he has scripted some of the most successful startup stories in recent years. Our fourth jury member is serial entrepreneur and investor and partner of growthstory.in, K Ganesh.
Entrepreneur has to be very clear on what is the pain point that he's solving. Is the pain point big enough? Is there really need for such a product or service?
Our fifth jury member has invested for almost a decade in India and has stakes in over 100 startups in the country. He's every entrepreneur's dream investor and mentor. Our final jury member is founder and partner of 100x.vc, Sanjay Mehta.
Basically, when we start looking at any of the deals, the first and foremost is market size. Is this a large market size enough for us to get into it? Second is we look at the founders' pedigree, their domain expertise, their right to win. And finally, what are the investment terms, financial numbers, projection, their go-to-market, business model. So all number related. So these are the three things predominantly makes us excited about any of the deals.
We'll slip into a short break on that note. On the other side, we'll reveal which companies have made the shortlist when it comes to presenting to the jury. Back in just a moment. You stay tuned. Welcome back. You're with us here on Leaders of Tomorrow presents Winning Pitch, brought to you by Wadhwani Foundation. Time to reveal the first four companies that presented before the jury, all of them from the technology space. How did they present the differentiated business models? Take a look. It's time now to reveal to you, the viewer, who made the shortlist and who didn't.
Chatbot, right, for them.
Is that scale advantage?
Profit will go down when volume goes.
Financial counseling.
Currently $90 million.
Wav Express is a logistics company offering technology-enabled deliveries to its customers. Listen in to their pitch.
We are a 5-year-old technology-enabled logistics company. We focus on two categories or two sectors, e-commerce and healthcare. Under e-commerce, we provide a tech-enabled end-to-end logistics solution to e-commerce companies in India, wherein we manage more than 60,000 shipments on a daily basis. Under healthcare, we work with diagnostic companies to move blood samples from one place to another using technology again, and we manage about 5,000 blood samples on a daily basis. Diagnostic logistics, if you leave aside the top 5 players, is pretty unorganized. It is manpower intensive, there's lack of real-time visibility, there are very short TATs and tight SLAs. And if you leave the top 5, there is absolutely no use of technology. It's all manual on phone, WhatsApp, and whatnot. So we are bridging this gap. We are bringing the smaller diagnostic companies, and we are giving them reach. And that is, what we are doing. So we're providing a technology-enabled pickup and delivery service of bodily fluids to the diagnostic companies. So our value proposition to diagnostic companies is simple. You focus on diagnostics, leave the logistics piece to us, and we will manage it for you. Thank you so much.
I'm asking you a simple, straightforward question. If you have to choose between doing logistics or doing testing, which is easier?
Testing is easier.
Then what are you doing a difficult job? Testing is money, huge money. If you are successful in logistics, you have already got it.
So that is the solution, sir, that we are providing to smaller diagnostic companies. I mean, we are giving them reach, right? So they don't have the reach.
No, what I'm saying is, I succeeded only because 20 years back I succeeded in logistics.
Correct, sir.
Logistics is the most important piece in the entire diagnostic industry. Please perfect it.
True.
Let me ask you, do you do intercity or intracity?
We do, mostly it is intra-city, within city, but we do intercity as well.
What is the unit economics for each of the deliveries? See, this is a good business, you have done scale. The key challenges are per delivery unit economics, including the supervisor cost, not the delivery cost.
Yes.
Do you make money or lose money? 1. 2, working capital is a challenge because the more you grow, the more you require working capital. Those are the only two drivers of this. Right. Where are you on these two?
On a unit economics level, we make about 30% in terms of gross margins. We work on various models. As Sandeep has mentioned, there is a per sample pickup model, there is a per stop pickup model, there is a per resource pickup model, and there is a phlebotomy where we do the home blood collection. So there are various costs. We do about 50 lakh rupees of a monthly turnover out of the 7 crores that Sandeep has mentioned. The understanding is how do we kind of reach to.
Let's talk about e-commerce. For e-commerce, what is the unit economics, and as a company, what is the total burn? Just give me these 2 numbers.
Right.
Quick.
Yeah. So on our e-commerce side, we are making about 18% of gross margins on a monthly level, and our monthly EBITDA burn is, or cash burn is in the range of 35 lakhs.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Jay.
All the best.
So much.
Assess Hub is an assessment science and predictive analytics platform. Take a listen to their pitch.
We are a skill assessment and predictive analytics platform. So we basically help companies predict an individual's success on the role even before they make a hiring decision. We all know that good people are really hard to find, and it's really, really difficult to find the match between the right organization and the right talent. This is a perennial problem and has been around for a long, long time. We've decided to solve that by building a technology platform that basically helps companies evaluate job-relevant skills and use AI and ML to make better talent decisions. There are 3 core parts to our product. One is the assessment science, which actually enables accurate evaluation. The second is the technology platform, which runs assessment at scale with absolutely no human intervention. Third is the predictive analytics capability. This is where we use existing talent data to make future predictions. The core value that we bring to a company today is a company-specific data intelligence platform. So what we do is this platform self-learns and becomes more accurate at predicting as more and more data is processed. Today, we work with 72 customers. We've assessed over 500,000 people. We've done a revenue of 1.6 crores last year. We have been able to repeat our customers since last 3 years to the extent of over 95%. And at this point in time, we are not burning any money. We want to build India's first performance prediction platform. When I say that, I want to get companies to use data to make better decisions. And that is why we are here, and we need help like everybody else does. We need expertise that can help us save time and move faster, and we need capital that can fuel growth and make us stronger. Be happy to take questions.
So the jury, questions, please, gentlemen.
How much importance for mathematics?
For cognitive function, there is an equal weightage for every position that we assess. We evaluate functional, technical, cognitive, and behavioral aspect. So it's very custom built to a role and a level within the organization.
Is it designation specific?
It is designation specific, absolutely. It's role and designation specific.
The value proposition looks really large. Why are you only charging 4 lakh rupees to a customer?
So at this point in time, after receiving the product market fit, we are looking at a model where we are right now on a pay-per-use model. And there we are trying to get the customer to experience it. So the customer that we got 3 years back started with around 2.5 lakh revenue, but today they give us over 15-17 lakh rupees. So it's a gradual process. So there is no upper cap in revenue per
So
organization.
4 lakh is the starting
starting
module.
It's the average revenue you have per customer today. We have a customer who would pay us 30 lakh rupees in annual subscription.
And who are your biggest competitor?
At this point in time, from a pure play assessment perspective, there are companies like Metal Aspiring Minds or CoCubes, all three which got acquired recently. But what we do is different. We're trying to use data to predict future performance. I am yet to see a company in that.
Our next company is Nxe Controls, which focuses on providing a range of mobile and web application services. Take a listen.
We provide embedded-based solutions, IoT-based solution as well. We are working with the EV charger manufacturers, that's a T-Rex transmission, and we are providing digital marketing solutions to the Brandex Media Network Private Limited. We have specifically designed a software for this FMCG market. We are analyzing the FMCG market from the last 2 years. We processed all the needs and requirements where they are failing their supply chain management, and we developed a complete solution which solves each and every perspectives. My books, it's a customizable solutions which we provide to the distributor chain management systems. We have a complete set of application for the FMCG market. We are adopted a SaaS-based system for a better revenue model, as well as the customer cannot had a burden or purchasing the ERP solutions. This is the FMCG companies. We already implemented this software successfully, and they're very happy with this solution as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Nirav. It's over to the jury.
How long has this been operational, and what
From
have
last
been
2 years. Last 2 years.
Oldest customer is 2 years old?
It's Winnie Cosmetics.
It's 2 years, two
Yes.
years old. And whom do you compete with in this?
There are many big players in the market like SAP, Tally, Zoho, and other competitors as well. But the most important part is the customization, because every industry requires the customized solutions for their requirement. Because FMCG market is a very different kind of a perspectives to cover the market. So that's the reason they are accepting us as their IT service providers.
So each of the customer, like Winnie Cosmetics, you would have customized for them on the basis
Yes.
of...
We have a ready structure for the FMCG market, but according to their requirement, we are modifying our solutions to fit in their structure.
What are the 3 major challenges you are facing as on today?
Actually, the main problem is when we reach out to the largest companies, they ask for the brand. If I say I'm from the Nxe Controls, no one knows us.
Identity. Next.
Next, the quick supply. Okay, we have a limited support staff. We have limited
HR. Third.
The third one is the pricing model as well. We are already providing the very compatible pricing in the market. So they are
competition.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shop and Pal is enabling companies to achieve automated operations. Take a listen to their pitch.
At Shop and Pal, we are looking to build the largest, most affordable and scalable lead integration platform to help businesses, especially SMEs, move data across B2B systems and the apps that need to connect to them. Our DNA is in retail and restaurants. That's what we know really well. And within that, the 3 systems that form the heart of the operation of a retail or restaurant business are a point of sale, an accounting system, and an employee management system. So within that depth is what we are building. And we've had good success in the past year. So we've grown 20% month over month, and we're on track to cross $1 million run rate by the middle of next year. We've just become profitable. And one of the reasons for that is we have not lost a single customer in the past 2 years. We're looking to raise a $2.5 million round for equity. Thanks for being patient listeners. Would love to take your questions.
You're already talking of the value being $50 to $70 million and you want to sell it after 3 to 5 years. This is a part of your presentation. There are something like Microsoft or Oracle will acquire this company.
As a likely outcome is what I mean, right? So from an investment perspective.
Don't you think as an entrepreneur, when you're just beginning to build a company, you're already thinking of selling it? If you think that this is such a great idea, why the thought of selling the company is coming at this juncture?
So early.
So I'll be honest here, so that is not a thought that I want to sell off the company early. This is something from an investment point of view. When an investor looks at this maybe as a 3 to 5 year horizon, and if they are wondering as to what is the exit potential, it is to indicate just that. But we are in no rush to exit the company.
So what do you think the potential of the company is 5 years from now?
We are looking at a minimum of 2x revenue growth from this point on.
Can you tell me, you're standing there, why are you valuing yourself at 10 million?
So I'm looking at, one is that in 2020, we are looking at touching an 1 million annual run rate. So when I look at from a revenue multiple standpoint in the industry, in the cloud space, what I have observed is that there is a 6 to 8 multiple, revenue multiple that is applied in the companies I've seen. Secondly, our growth is at a clip which I feel will generate a pretty healthy return for investors in that 3 to 5 year term.
Good presentation. I think just as a feedback, the numbers that you are mentioning as what you will achieve and the valuation that you are setting yourself up are completely disproportionate to each other.
Thank you, jury. Thank you, Sriram. Let's take a look then at which of the 4 companies is leading so far. The red and green buttons on your screen indicating an intention to invest on the part of the investors, the green button showing a favourable response. That wraps up part 1 of the special 5-part series of Winning Pitch brought to you by Wadhwani Foundation, coming to you from the Western Zone right here in Mumbai. To know who the other 16 shortlisted candidates are from the 20 contestants and who's made it forward to the finale, do stay tuned. All that much more coming up on the rest of the series. For now, it's a wrap. Coming up on part 2 of Leaders of Tomorrow presents Winning Pitch, brought to you by Wadhwani Foundation, we'll show you the next 6 companies which presented that evening to the jury and also how they stood up under the intense grilling.